Hi, and thanks for joining me, Andrew Overman of Location. And first things first, happy Friday. Thanks for joining me as part of our regular weekly market wrap, where we're going to take a look at how this last week compared to the previous week, and then also how it compared to the same week the previous year back in 2019. So without further ado, let's head over to new to market. New to market in the week just gone was 2. That was a significant drop from the 12 the week before, and quite a drop from the 6 in the same period in 2019. Apologies for the glare there, but it's obviously dark now. Sales agreed has seen a significant drop as well, just 4 this week compared to 15 the week before. And 4 is still down to, or 33% on the same period last year. Now, price reduced properties, 6 last week, and the week before there was 0, and in the same period last year, 0, as you can see. Property portal views, though, remain incredibly strong. 43.1 detailed property views per property per day as an average across all agents advertising in IP24. Which, although is about 20% down on last week, which was 54.8, is still almost double what it was at this time last year. So that proves that there are still buyers in the marketplace looking to presumably conclude those transactions before the stamp duty holiday, 31st of March next year. So a bit of a mixed bag, really. I think it's fair to say we have seen a curtail and a dropping off in the lead up to Christmas, which some might say is to be expected. Now let's move on and also look at our property talking points. Each week we're going to start discussing 2 or 3 points that we feel are key, that might be helpful advice to buyers, sellers, landlords and tenants. And first up this week is estate agency contracts and notice periods. Now this is a big bugbear of mine. Would you believe that some estate agents try and tie you in to 12, 16, yes, even 20-week contracts? Crazy. Let me remind you, at Location, we are 0 weeks, 24 hours notice. Let's go on to the notice periods, because they range from agent to agent from 7 to 14 days, 16 days, and 28 days is the most that I've heard of locally here in Thetford. So let's just recap: 20 weeks as a selling contract period, and then 28 days notice. Absolutely crazy. So let's look at agency contracts and how fair they are. You know, yes, when you see the valuer coming into your home and they present a good case for being the agent of choice, do they explain to you that you're settling in for a 20-week period? Do they explain to you that there's a notice period on top of that initial sole agency period as well? My understanding is not in all cases. Why do agents need to tie you in for so long? I mean, looking at it, I suppose, in relationship terms, it's like committing to marry someone on the first date. You know, you haven't seen what they deliver. You haven't seen anything about the agent. All you've seen is possibly 45 minutes to an hour in a pre-listing appointment, when, of course, all agents should shine and be a great reflection on their business and companies. But what happens when you get into that relationship and things are not quite as they appear? Well, unfortunately for you, if you've signed one of those lengthy contract commitments, it's tough. You are committed and there's no way out, unless you want to potentially be liable for 2 sets of agency fees, which, let's face it, nobody really wants. So why do agents feel the need to tie you in? Well, to me, I don't know. I can't answer that, because for ourselves, we definitely don't tie people into, as I said, we're a 0 weeks, 24 hours notice. Now, I believe that shows and demonstrates a real commitment to our customers. It also shows the confidence that we have in the ability that we will deliver exactly what we say in the valuation appointment. So when we're in your home and we're pledging to deliver certain levels of service, you know that we're committed to doing that, because if you're unhappy, you can leave with just 24 hours notice. So what, I would ask you, does that say about the agents that want to tie you in for 12, 16 or 20 weeks? Are you confident they've delivered you the right valuation? Are you confident that they are definitely going to deliver what they pledge in your home? Or do you think there's another reason that they may need to tie you in for such a lengthy period of time? I'll leave that one up to you. My next point, why biggest isn't always best. Now, those that know me know that I analyze the market on a daily basis, weekly basis, and I look at market trends, which is why we bring to you these figures every week. Would you believe in 2019, so far in IP24, there is an agent that has sold, as of yesterday, just 67 properties out of 136 available. That's a 49% chance of selling. You've got a less than 1 in 2 chance of selling with that agent. And here's no surprise. They also have, by far and above, the highest level of price reduced stock in town. Now, what does that say? An agent that ties you in for 20 weeks, 28 days notice period, only sells less than half of the available stock that they have to sell, and the highest level of reductions. Do you think they might be going too high on the valuation just to seduce you into putting the property on the market? You have to be aware of these pitfalls. I don't agree with it, but it's how some agents will trade. And that's the brutal reality of the business that we're in. But be assured, with location, 0 weeks contract, 24 hours notice, you can be absolutely assured of the appraisal price that we put on your property. Everything that we say and commit to in your home will be delivered, because we know 24 hours notice, the flick of a button on the keyboard, and we could be served our notice. And last but not least, it's not too late. We've got a few properties now gearing up for our Sold by Santa campaign. What is Sold by Santa? We talked about it briefly previously, but basically from Boxing Day to New Year's Day, the property portals see a huge spike in traffic. People are sat at home together with their families over the Christmas period, making key decisions about their 2021. So it stands to reason that one of those key decisions will be surfing Rightmove, looking for the next property to buy, upsizing, downsizing, moving cross-market, coming out of rented, purchasing your first home. There's a plethora of reasons why people would be searching at Rightmove and the property portals over the Christmas period. But let me tell you that we understand you don't want to be flooded with viewings. We understand that it's a time for family, togetherness and merriment, particularly after the year that we've had. So what we do here at Location is our Sold by Santa. To get you Sold by Santa, all you need to do is give us a call. We will come and appraise the property, book your professional photography, your floor plan, your 3D fully immersive tour. We will launch your property on Boxing Day, and then we will set a property launch, which is the physical viewings of your property, early to mid-January. So we'll be able to harvest those inquiries over the Christmas period and really concentrate on a good quality of buyer and a number of them, so that when we carry out your property launch event, we are ready to go and we've got a number of buyers to get through the door. Again, all COVID secure. In accordance with government guidelines, we will be doing 15-minute appointment slots with a wipe down between the appointments on your property launch event. If you'd like to know more about property launch, it's 01842 818688. That concludes the market wrap for this week. I'll see you same time next week. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend. All the very best, peeps.